Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. We just saw a pretty sick game.
Yeah. Slayer's Boxer finally showing us in a pro match what a lot of us have been thinking about for a long time.
Actually, not very many people, but you, Artosis.
Well, recently there's been some threads and debate of, hey, can't you just make orbitals instead of supply depots? No, you can't do that. But
that wouldn't mathematically
later in the
make
game,
sense.
there's no reason to keep your supply SCVs or even to just not make orbitals to get ahead.
If you just get a massive lead and you have minerals that you can't quite spend because you're focused on a tech-heavy situation, in this case he was
TVT is
TVT.
a very tech-heavy.
Yeah, you have to have siege tanks. This is not like the TVTs we saw, what was it, on day one, where everybody played TVT wrong and they were making a bunch of Marines and Marauders and going back and forth. No, this is actually how you're supposed to play it. But back on a point, yeah, you just make those orbitals, command centers and orbitals, and you have so many mules. It's pretty sick.
It's a lot of mules. You mine out bases very, very fast with them. Exciting to see. Thank you, Boxer, for showing us that. And I'm sure that there will be people, their eyes will be open, and they will be trying something similar now. I hope so. We need to see where this will take us, Stasis. We need to be brave as we walk into the future of StarCraft 2.
I'm scared. That's really interesting, though, that we saw that in a Code S game. And I know there's going to be some, there's always some nerds when it's Slayer's Box like, LOL, he was trying to embarrass him. No, that's actually really good, all right? It's like he's just so good.
He was ahead when it happened, so it's not, but he wasn't so ahead.
Yeah.
It's so hard to actually kill someone in TVT.
It's time to embarrass you time. Yeah. It was like, no, there's actually a complex thing that, you
was an excellent choice.
Do.
I liked it.
I had to make that clear, though, because there are so many nerd fanboys out there that just think that something like that is actually like a humiliation technique or something like that. No, that's actually an ingenious economic leap that is just so sexy.
That it is. Well. Slayer's Boxer with a win, HongUn Prime with a win, which means we're going to see HongUn Prime against OGS Hyperdub.
Yeah. But first, let's take a look at the maps.
Okay.
For these guys, let's do it.
I'll do anything you tell me to do.
Are you ready? Yes. My seatbelt's on. My water wings are inflated. Okay, I'm ready to do this, all right? I got my Segway helmet on. I'm ready to see the maps. And with these two players, the map we're going to be seeing on is actually the map we saw in the previous game. Shakura's Plateau.
It's going to be a comfortable map for HongUn. Should be, at least.
Should be.
His style oftentimes is a little bit more aggressive than macro base. He's not quite a tester or next genius. But still, this map for PvT feels pretty good. Of course, HongUn removed Blistering Sands, and Hyperdub removed Blistering Sands. So don't worry, guys. God, calm down. We're not going to play Blistering Sands.
If they both eliminate it, it's like a double negative, and then it comes back in there. It's their map by default. Well, since they're both terrible on that map, now we really get to see what a game with you guys is going to look like. Blistering Sands is actually, I think, the most frequently thumbed down map.
It may be.
In Code S.
Yeah.
I don't have stats in front of me for that, but I think that is correct.
People hate to play that map. It's so much rushing and so much trickery.
It's the rocks in the back of the base.
Yeah.
It is.
It's all about absolutely.
It's all about the rocks in the back of the base.
That is what makes it different. If it did not have those rocks.
Oh, take a look at that John fan art.
Yeah.
John fan art. Oh, and he's right there. John is like blushing, man, but John, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. You hero.
Wow, that is a beautiful picture.
Excellent picture.
The best fan art I've seen. It's awesome.
Best hands down.
Of John, of course. Ones of us are way better. But no, those are actually the brothers of the lady who actually drew that for John. And they came to the studio. Yeah, both of them came in from Australia. I just met them during the break. And it's their sister that made this picture of John.
Oh, wow.
They brought it here, got him to autograph it. And I tell you, John is actually blushing right now.
That's so cute.
I know. I'm just so happy right now. Boxer used 100 mules, and John's blushing because he signed a
This is just the best day ever. So, what a good day. What a good day. Oh, but the game's starting. Well, yeah, now it is starting. So get ready for some sick TVP action here on Shakura's Plateau. This is a very important match. Not everybody can get through to the final 16. We're going to find out which one of those individuals it's going to be at the GSL. In the red at the bottom right, one of the fiercest Protosses out there with his own style.
HongUn Prime League.
And now in the blue, cross spots, a member of the team OGS. He is
OGS Hyperdub.
Now, Hyperdub lost his game. HongUn won his game. So that means there's a lot of pressure for Hyperdub to win this.
Yeah, if Hyperdub loses this, most likely he is going to go down to the bottom two.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard-pressed to get into the top two from there. In fact, HongUn would have to like 3-0 and then 3-1-2 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like a really
pretty
weird,
odd
difficult
situation yeah.
to get into.
So they're very far apart. That doesn't mean Protoss can't do something sneaky, though.
No, I mean, warp gates basically eliminate a lot of the defender's advantage. Not, of course, the high ground or choke point.
It doesn't make it unfair and balanced, but it does change the way the game works.
Yeah, Protoss would be more likely to rush on a longer map because they can simply warp in their units over at your base with a pylon. So, you know, they don't lose that rallying time, which is one of the chief things in defending early attacks.
So they are not going to be able to spot each other just yet. They're both scouting the location the other player is not in. But the next location they scout will be the spot that they're going to realize they're going to be playing or playing against for the rest of this game.
Yep. See, the probe's going to find it first. Sneaky probes are so fast. And he's going to die pretty quickly, but not before he sees no gas. And seeing no gas is super duper important. That's going to tell him, okay, 99.9%, this is an expansion.
Cybernetic score is on the way. And I got to say, I'm really curious to see what HongUn's going to do, because every game we see HongUn do, whoa, hold that thought though, Terran is going to fast expand. I guess it was kind of obvious, I think, since there wasn't any gas, but
yeah.
I'm really sorry. But this is really interesting to see, what is HongUn going to do this game? He has so many different strategies.
Yeah, I'm really wondering, because we see he has gotten his second gas. If I had seen neither gas, I may have thought to perhaps just make a Nexus.
Yeah.
And get that second gas a little bit later. Okay, he stops mining from the gas. So I think that's what he's going to do. I think what we're going to see here is simply going to be a Nexus thrown up, which is a good move.
It is.
He waits till he moves his opponent out. He shows the double gas. That's going to make Hyperdub think, okay, there's going to be some sort of thing. Is it going to be a Void Ray? Is it going to be some DT type situation? What is it going to be? But instead, it's just going to be the Nexus. So Hyperdub may over defend. You see, he's even poking with the Stalker to try to scare him into thinking heavy pressure's coming.
He did, however, let an SCV slip through. There is one moving around on the map, so that SCV could manage to slip in and see the fast expansion. Because there's one thing is for sure is that he does not want his fast expo to be spotted.
Yeah.
Protoss stereotypically are doing very aggressive openers against Terran. So if you can generate an image of that, that's going to keep the Terran on his toes. Meanwhile, you're sitting back, cranking out a mid-game strat involving mid-game units.
Yep. Very well said. We have 3 gateways going up, as well as a robotics.
Scanned, he sees the robotics.
And the Nexus. So now Hyperdub's going to be like, okay, I get it. And that's going to allow him to play a little bit better. He's going to know, okay, I'm not going to be attacked. I don't have to worry about that. I don't need more bunkers. I don't need to defensively make extra units.
Oh, is he going to salvage the bunker? He is.
Yeah.
He may actually go for some aggressive. Is he going to go for some aggressive? No. He's not going to go for some aggression, it looks like.
He may once Stim is done.
Yeah, it's possible.
When
Now
Stim
he's
is
actually going to
done,
move out. Okay.
May as well start getting rid of anything out in the middle of the map. Goodbye, Stalker.
He does have the concussive shells. Let's see if he actually goes all the way. Oh, I like this.
Wow.
He's expanding again.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's actually pretty smart. Because
I have not seen any Terran play like that.
I really like this because you look at most Terrans or most anybody, they see the guy expanded when he didn't expect him to, and he says, okay, attack mode. So he's actually doing what we call applying pressure. But it's making it look like it's an attack. So Protoss is sitting there, he's got 4 sentries out, he's like, all right, I'm ready to stall, force field my ramp, I'm ready to take this on. When in fact, it's Terran that's going to step it up and just go ahead and macro up.
Hyperdub is actually playing greatly right now. To actually just take that third base in a TVP, I can't remember seeing that. Terrans love to just be like, all right, I got Stim and concussive shells.
They just attack right into him.
Yeah.
But this guy's pretty smart.
HongUn, whether you could hold it or not, it doesn't matter because Hyperdub has no intention of attacking right now. He's just going to sit back, macro up. I love it. It's just awesome, superb play.
Now, one thing to note is that HongUn is just getting double forges in the bottom right corner of his main.
We've seen this before, actually. He did this on Metalopolis against... I don't know why the name is not hitting me, but he did do this on a Metalopolis game last season, late in the tournament, and it's awesome. He rushes up to 2-2 pretty quickly. And those upgrades are going to help immensely when he scouts and sees here with this observer, as you're seeing a lot of barracks going up. He's going to realize, okay, this was the perfect call. He's going Marine Marauder Medevac. And, when you have a bunch of smaller units, the more units you see in a game, the more important upgrades are.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
That's actually a great way to put it, Artosis.
Yeah. Because then obviously percentage-wise they just are doing more and more damage and defending themselves more and more. So just seeing some beautiful strategies by both players here.
Yeah. Now the question is, can 1-1 ground upgrades, Stalkers with Blink, can that take on a 3-basing Terran who's basically going all infantry with medevacs?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. In fact, HongUn is throwing up more warp gates, so he's actually going to go up to 6 warp gates total, getting that +1 and +1 rather, and also the blink, as you were saying. But the thing is, against Green Marauder and Medevac with Stim, concussive shells, and of course combat shields. Oh, I don't know. Even with those upgrades, I don't think I want to attack into that without a little bit more tech units. It feels like you also need Storm or Colossus to truly deal with a well-macroed Green Marauder Medevac army.
Yeah.
Now, 1-1 has finished. Will he start 2-2?
Frankly, actually, I think the best thing Protoss can do is go for Storm.
Yeah. No,
I was thinking about Colossus, but I don't... They can just get overwhelmed.
Yeah. No, Side Storm is the absolutely awesome answer to Marine Marauder. And in fact, HongUn is going for 2-2 and chrono boosting them as well. So it looks to me like he just wants to get that 2-2 rush once again. And in fact, he's getting ready to take a third base at this point.
Templar Archives is up, so he should be getting Psionic Storm pretty soon here. Protoss edges out. I don't actually know if the Protoss has vision of the expansion. Protoss knows, he does know. Okay, we checked.
So he does know about it, but not attacking into it yet. He wants to be careful. He does have an observer over the Terran army and sees it is actually quite fearsome, even though it is 0-0 upgrades. Supply-wise, our Terran is ahead, 135 to 111. And scans to take out that observer. Side Storm, by the way, has been started.
And Terran feels confident moving out. Nope. Not when I say it. Maybe you should try Artosis. Yeah, CVE's hidden from the expansion, which is being attacked by a Zealot.
Yeah, that Zealot is scary, Tasteless. Let's be very careful. Both players. And, well, when HongUn actually gets his Psystorm done, and Kadarin Amulet, which is so important in this matchup,
Oh, yeah.
That
Because you could
gives the
storm
extra-
right when they get warped in.
Yeah, it makes High Templars actually ridiculous. In fact, super high-level Protosses will actually save some warp gates when the Terran is looking like they're going to attack, so that they can instantly warp in some High Templars in case stuff gets EMP'd, sniped, stuff like that.
Now you should have the Zealot legs in a minute, not a minute, even actually a few seconds here.
Yeah. Kadarian Amulet is on the way.
I think this is actually one of these things where it's going to be very tough for the Terran to out-control him. He's going to have to get ghosts in there.
Yeah, he does have a few
EMP.
ghosts.
He's getting an armory, too.
Yeah, that's going to be
right
for
the
better
+2,
upgrades.
+2.
Definitely.
Well, when his 1/1 finally finishes.
But
There
yeah,
it is.
you're right with the ghosts. He's going to have to definitely use the ghosts very carefully because, of course, there is feedback to counteract ghosts somewhat. So
Yes.
you have to be extremely careful with your ghosts.
One
Or,
ring comes out. Now, with these stalkers with blink, you can snipe down out the ghosts pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's a few things you can do, and you can of course blink in if they're on the edge and try to snipe them, or blink out after trying to snipe them. Of course, you can just run away. You can feedback. Sometimes you just cast your storm anyways if it's in the midst of battle. Now, 2/2 is done for HongUn, and he is actually going right up for 3/3. So this is like the most crazy aggressive upgrading I've ever seen. This is like,
I got to say, I feel like our Terran player, after he got his third base up, got some extra Marauders and Marines, he should have attacked before the Templar storm thing was finished. That's the way I feel about it. I don't know if it would have been too effective, but he could have at least used medevacs, dropped, done something.
no, you're probably right on that, Tasteless. It's a hard situation. We don't see a lot of macro TVPs like this, but
Yeah.
I think you could definitely be right there.
2 more command centers on the way.
Hyperdub very carefully prodding forward. By the way, we do have a drop going at the bottom left of the map. HongUn Prime. Yo, it looks like he's going to warp in a bunch of Zealots. Smart move right there.
And that might force the Terran Army into position. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, there's an attack.
And he's going off. High Templar's coming from behind, though. And as a few storms hit. Oh, beautiful EMPs on those High Templars. High Templars got stuck behind the army, and thus they could not cast their storms before being EMP'd. And Hyperdub playing perfectly here, just crushing through what he would have absolutely lost that battle if the storms had gotten off.
Now he's still cleaning up, though. The Protoss army. There's not a lot of not much left here. Remember, the Protoss warped in all those Zealots. That could have made all the difference in that battle. Now he's going to go up here. He's going to go for this expansion. Meanwhile, Zealots shredding up these SCVs in the command center here.
But right now, Hyperdub is killing one of HongUn's bases. Look at this. The probe's going out quite quickly. The Nexus being taken out as well. And HongUn is beginning to look very, very dead, all because he did not micro those High Templars quite well enough.
Yeah. It's really all about the High Templar versus Ghost situation here. You can see another storm there, but dodged by Hyperdub.
Yeah, one storm not going to be enough. Really what he needed to do was crush the backbone of the Terran army the first time that they attack. That's very important when you're using this unit combination.
Looks like these Marauders will save this command center, but only just barely. And it does look like at the upper right side of the map, the battle is going to be a win here for the Protoss, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he will hold it off. Zealot's going to finish everything off.
If I was the Terran, I would take those medevacs out, regroup, and drop there again, try to win. Or you could drop the main. You know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
you know,
it's quite
whatever.
true. Now we do have DTs coming down. Good move by HongUn, but they get spotted immediately. Hyperdub all over the map with his eyes. The supplies right now, 161 for Hyperdub, 91 for HongUn Prime. So HongUn is pretty well behind at this point. Now he does have High Templar tech with the Kadarian Amulet and better upgrades by far. So he's got to use that to his advantage. That's going to be very, very important.
This Dark Templar is removed from the group. Oh, I think the phase prism got shot down there at the far left.
Oh no, it's still alive.
So in the upper left side of the Terrence base,
We're going to see a
in the
drop.
main, a drop could occur. Here it comes now. Just getting into position. Meanwhile, Terran moving up again, trying to take out this expansion, but backs up temporarily. And here we go. He's going to warp in.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Will it be DTs or will it be Zealots?
Or is HongUn Prime doing something else? All right, on elsewhere, we have some Psionic Storm that could go down.
Oh, and we now have, it looks like
Psystorm.
he is going to attack. There's a lot of Zealots there, though. Actually, this Hyperdub army is not really suited to take out what HongUn has right here. Some good Psystorms along with those Zealots are going to do wonders against the Marauders. Nice EMP. Forces and Archon merge, and only half the Zealots fighting the battle, making a huge difference. Marauders easily able to plow through there.
Nice snipe there on the Templars.
And HongUn just cannot get any storms off at this point. Very fast snipes as well as EMPs from Hyperdub. And it looks like he just wants to go up and finish off
If you
this
look
last
at
mining.
the bottom center of the map, interesting situation. These guys both two very close to each other.
Oh,
This
man.
expansion's critical.
Some Marauders are going down to HongUn's base. Look at that. That Nexus dies, and his other Nexus that's
The other
mined right now.
expansion is also under attack in the center. The other expansion right down there is going to be shot down.
Very good moves by Hyperdub. Things are not looking good for HongUn.
think
The supply
HongUn-
has dropped to 49 against 183.
Yeah, that's basically GG. There's just not enough he can do. Tons of medevacs here. And he's actually...
Oh, wow. 4 hit points on that Nexus. More Marauders coming, though.
You could throw a stone at that and kill it.
Marauder leans against it. I think he would die. But it lives.
If you shut the door too hard on that Nexus, the whole thing's going to collapse.
My mom always told me not to slam the fridge.
That's right. My mom always wanted to slam the microwave. That was
Actually,
the one my mom-
that's what my mom always said, too.
I'm not slamming it, Ma. It makes that clicking sound when I shut it no matter what.
GG. Hyperdub takes the crucial victory over HongUn Prime.
Hyperdub.
That was filthy cases.
That was my Hyperdub dubstep song. Once again, Hyperdub saying, hey, I can compete with the big boys. HongUn Prime. That was actually a very good game.
Yeah, that was really interesting, really cool game. Realistically, it seemed like Hyperdub took the nice early lead, taking that third base.
Yeah.
He took the third base at this awesome, cool timing that we almost never, ever, 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 ever get to see.
Yeah.
Which, for me, was just brilliant and beautiful. But then we had HongUn Prime do some really long-term thinking, getting those 2 forges, upgrading a lot, getting High Templars out. That's important. Colossus cost a lot of minerals. You can't have as many gateway units with them. High Templars, on the other hand, you can mix them with those Speed Zealots. They do wonderfully against Marine Marauder Medevac. Wonderfully. But when it came down to the really important battle that switched the entire game over to a Hyperdub win, what he really built off of to actually take the game, it was the EMPs.
Yes.
He had even warped in 3 more High Templars behind once everything got EMP'd. He's like, all right, warp in some more, and then storm. But they came up behind the army. The storm distance wasn't long enough, and they were just kind of going like this behind. You know, here's the army, and here's the 3 High Templars, and they were like going like this. They're like, I wanna storm, and then over came an EMP. And that was it, man.
That was
Hyperdub from there. Could not be caught.
That was the big turning point. After that, it became a little bit of them clawing each other apart. But, yeah, I mean, the big pivotal turning moment in the kind of mood of the game was at that moment that you just described so well, Artosis. We have Slayer's Boxer against the Wind coming up
right
next.
Yeah. This is pretty exciting. This makes me feel like I'm back in, 2003?
I know, we got these
Something like that.
got in our time
2002
machine.
maybe. Yeah, these guys, two very old school StarCraft 1 pro gamers. Both very talented. Boxer, of course, way outshining the win in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, just
and,
a little bit.
so far outshining him in StarCraft 2. Not by a lot, though. The win's done quite respectably. He's in Code S as well.
Yep, coaching
So,
the OGS guys. So
That's right, he's a coach now. And becoming a coach actually really improves your skills. It improves the real test of how much you understand something is if you can teach it. So
well said.
I didn't make that one up.
No. We're going to bring the maps up now on our screen. You know, it's interesting. Each of these guys only get one chance on the map in that matchup, so it can be pretty tough. The maps for this series is going to be, well, the map singular form is going to be Metalopolis.
And we have another matchup in which both players remove the same map, Jungle Basin. Well, Metalopolis, Slayer's Boxer said in his little interview that we saw earlier that he wants to face a Zerg to show us all that his Terran vs. Zerg no longer sucks like it did in the last seasons.
Yeah.
And
Those are
here
his
he goes.
words. Those are his words, not ours.
Yeah. The Wind is a very good Zerg, so we're going to have to see if Slayer's Boxer is all talk or if he can, in fact, walk the walk.
We're going to find out. It's going to be pretty intense. Both players have confirmed their readiness. They are ready. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I've got my cape and wizard hat on, Artosis. I'm ready to do this right now.
Oh, wow, that's a flashback right there.
That is some old school internet humor.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, guys, I can't wait. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to mention this. I almost forgot. All of the people that bought the premium services in the last 3 seasons, we used that money to boost the server, to make it bigger and stronger, so that different parts of the world can get better streaming quality. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. And encourage your friends to get the premium service because whatever money we get from that goes straight into the pool to make the stream better. But enough about that stuff. On to this game. Get ready for Slayer's Boxer against OGS the win here at the GSL.